Hello everybody, how's everyone today? Happy Sunday. And for those who don't know me, my name is Caroline. I am a coach here at Create Your Future. I'm available for one-on-one sessions. You have all the information on the box underneath me. And also in the same box, you will find a link for our free course, how to identify your blocks in order to manifest the life of your dreams. So it's a fantastic course. It's a great course and it's free. So yeah, no reason why not get it. Okay. For my credentials, I am also certified in hypnotherapy and I am a neuro-linguistic practitioner. Okay. Today I want to talk about, everyone is you pushed out and the thoughts transmission. Talking to my clients, I realize that a lot of you are asking questions on how to manifest more wealth, and going from, maybe just not, either not having enough or just having enough to pay the bills, but not really being in a position to do whatever it is that you want because money is very tight or scarce. Saying affirmations that you are a multimillionaire or a billionaire and that you can do, and buy everything that you wish. Yes, of course, you can say those affirmations and they're great, but some people struggle with the fact that it's going, from down below to up there. It makes no sense to them. Even though we tell you, you don't have to believe in order to manifest, because through your repetition, it will get pushed out once you dissolve your resistance. Sometimes it's a little, so this would be a tip, right? It's a little easier to manifest in step. So make a goal that makes more sense to you. And once you have it, then you will feel your power and then go for bigger and bigger, or bigger in terms of money if wealth is what you want, or just different scenarios, bring different people into your life. All right. So I was talking to several of my clients about that, and they knew that the money coming in from their job was just barely sufficient to pay their bills, but there was nothing left over, nothing extra to really do other things or buy other things they wanted to buy. So I was giving them the affirmation that I have shared with you guys before. Other coaches have as well, but it's a beautiful affirmation. Money comes from everywhere, from expected avenue, such as your job, and unexpected. Well, what does that mean? Money comes from unexpected avenue means that, who knows? But suddenly money comes to you. Suddenly you're getting checks in the mail, from refunds, or God knows for whatever reason, but money is coming to you and that was not expected and you did not know. So as I'm teaching this and I'm repeating this to my clients, I was just thinking last week, I was like, you know what? That affirmation, I haven't said it for a while and I like it. Of course I like it, but I haven't said it because things have been going well. So I started saying it, money comes to me from expected and unexpected avenues, and my income is growing and growing every single day. This week, and that was just really something amusing to me, because it really is constant proof that once you get rid of the resistance and your blocks, things are just flowing into your life. Your affirmations are being pushed out all the time, no exceptions. And I really want you to not forget this. It is being pushed out. Everything and everyone is you pushed out. That means that everything comes from you, and then you are a consciousness and you think, and when you think, every thought is an affirmation. So affirming is, it's a thought and it gets pushed out. It gets pushed out. No exception. Now, do you see it or do you not see it in your life? Really depends on the level of resistance and the blocks. And a block and a resistance is actually an assumption, a story that you have that contradicts what it is that you want. therefore not allowing it to present itself in front of you. So I was just saying those affirmations after talking with 3 clients in a row about the same topic. They came to me with the story of, you know, making more money, creating more wealth in their life. So really, to play around, I said, you know, money comes to me, it increases every single day, and it comes from expected and unexpected avenue. And I kid you not, this week, and that has not happened to me with those checks in years. I haven't said it, but you know, I got 3 checks, not 1, not 2, but 3 checks at the same time with refunds. 2 refunds from a bank, two different bank accounts. No idea why. Some interest that they charged that was too high from last year. I mean, and it was a good amount of money. And one from the car, at least the car, and the company refunded some money, completely unexpected. So it just amused me, because to me, you know, it's nice, you know, to really constantly being reminded of our power. And sometimes when you really want to manifest something that is very big, you know, like if you are very, very sad, if you're very distraught because either your SB is not in your life yet, or to go back to the example of money, you know, you're struggling with money, there's a big lack story, and not, you know, you having enough, or you not being chosen by your SB, then it's heavy. It feels heavy, and it feels like it's a huge obstacle to overcome. Even though manifesting an SB or money is as easy as manifesting something very tiny, such as, you know, someone offering you a cup of coffee. It's the same process. It works the same way. But we have a story that some things are easy to show up in our life, and some are extremely difficult, if not impossible. When in reality, they're not. Everything is possible the same way, equally. Because everything, you know, is just a thought, and it is being projected into your reality for you to enjoy. So when you start playing around, like I did, and I was just affirming for more money coming from unexpected avenues, I kind of did it, I'm not saying I did it as a joke, but you know, as a game. Yeah, it was just a game. Like, yeah, you know what, I said it all day long to 3 different clients, so why not say it again just for me, for fun? And boom, there it was. But as a matter of fact, by the time, you know, I said only that one night, and I forgot about it. And I, you know, went about my life taking care of other things, or affirming for the things that I want. This, I was not thinking about anymore, and there was 0 resistance, and the checks came in. On top of that, I got 2 free plane tickets. I did not even know that was a possibility in the way I received it. I got a letter, and the airline thanked me for my business, and they just wanted to reward me with a free plane ticket, you know, for a domestic flight within our country. And then it happened with another airline, 2 airlines in the same week, as you know. And so it was within a couple of days, the 2 airlines and the 3 checks with the refund. So all those gifts from the universe that I had no idea would come, but I did affirm a few times that night, completely released the thoughts because it was not a worry, so it came easily. Now, when it is a worry, it's a different story, because now we have to, you know, face the worry, face the fact that, okay, we have a block there, so we don't ignore it, we acknowledge it. And then we affirm, we acknowledge the fact that we had a story regarding the lack. You know, we had a story regarding the lack of SP's presence in our life, or we had a lack of wealth a story of lack regarding wealth in our lives. So we acknowledge that. We acknowledge the thoughts that were running through our heads. And then we can modify, when we say revise, it's just modify the affirmation, modify the intention, and just then go on with the new story, acknowledging that now, from now on, that's what we're going to say. These are our new intentions, and we allow them to come to us, because we know that there's nothing to worry about, since everything is being pushed out from us, from our consciousness, into our 3D reality, which is our quantum bubble. And you always have the power. It's always in your hands. So, okay, now I have also, I was talking to another client, and she was like, well, but I cannot, I do not believe that I can bring SP into my life. And as a matter of fact, I am extremely, extremely, extremely distraught and extremely sad because he's not here. And I don't believe he can be here. And she goes, I cannot control my emotions. It's overwhelming, and I'm focused on the sadness. Therefore, she was really observing the lack of his presence in her life. So she said to me, I cannot control my emotions. I'm just overwhelmed. Emotions come, and this is how I feel. And when I feel down, when I feel defeated, when I feel sad, when I feel hopeless, when I feel unlucky, when I feel disappointed, then, that's what she was saying, then that's it. I'm down there, and there's nothing I can do about it. Well, I believe that there's something you can do about that. I believe that, yes, according to the law of assumptions, you can control your emotions. Why? Because emotions are a result of your thoughts. It's not just something that overwhelms you out of nowhere. And I will give you an example. I took my daughter to get some blood test. And she's extremely, extremely, extremely afraid of the process with the needles and the blood getting drawn. So we go to the place, to the lab, and the nurse put us in her little room, and she had to sit down in a chair, right? And the nurse was getting her stuff ready, the needle and all that. And my daughter starting freaking out in a state of complete panic and cry. And I looked at her and I said, well, why are you crying? And she started, she was trying to talk. She could barely talk, but she and the tears were flowing. She was like, no, I'm afraid. I don't want to see the blood. I don't want to see the needle. And I was like, but you're crying right now. You're hysterical. Nothing is happening. You just sat down in a chair. I said, earlier you sat down in the seat of the car. You were not crying. At home this morning when we had breakfast, you sat down, on the chair, and you were not crying. So right now, all you did was to sit down in a chair, and you're hysterically crying, and you're overwhelmed. Why? She looked at me like, what the hell are you talking about? What's going on? She said, stop being so weird. I'm telling you, I'm afraid. I said, that's it. That's beautiful. So she didn't understand. She's like, she thinks I'm just crazy. I said, yeah, that's beautiful, because right here, you are learning. I've told her before, but she's my child, so she doesn't really, she has this little rebellious attitude sometimes towards me. So she's like, no, you stop with your LOA talk. I said, no, here we go. If you don't want to hear from me, now you are just experiencing, and I'm just pointing out to you what's going on. Nothing is happening to you, but you're thinking needle, you're thinking maybe pain in the arm, and you're thinking, oh, you're going to see the blood, and that really panics you. And there you are, in having a panic attack, being frantic and crying. But nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. The nurse, as a matter of fact, was on the other side of the room. She was like, what are you talking about? And I said, I'm showing you that emotions really always stem from your thoughts, what you choose to focus on. Right now, you're just sitting on a chair, nothing is going on. You're choosing to focus on the pain you may, and she didn't, but you may feel when the needle enters your arm, and you will see blood coming out of your arm into the tube, into the syringe, and that panics you, even though nothing is happening. So my little stupid story here is really to illustrate that, you know, thoughts create your emotions. So when you're in a state of panic, sadness, feeling defeated and hopeless, you are observing the 3D, or you're remembering the 3D, or you're just, you know, thinking about the lack in your life. But what is really going on? You know, you can go and sit on a chair and lock yourself in a little room, or let's say in your bathroom, and say, okay, nothing is happening right now. It's just me alone, sitting on a chair in this room, and I have the freedom and the power to think absolutely whatever it is that I want to think. So at that moment, choose to focus on the thoughts that will take you to your goal, meaning to this beautiful, loving, lasting, committed relationship with your specific person, or to the wealth that you finally own and that allows you to enjoy, you know, a certain lifestyle, or to buy the things that you want. It's a matter of choosing to focus, because what you choose to focus on will be pushed out into your 3D reality, meaning it's being reflected from your mind into your life, right? And it you know, it happens for everything constantly all the time. Okay, I'll give you another example of a completely random thoughts. Because I've been traveling quite a bit lately, I haven't gone to a gym. And I was just thinking about, oh, you know what? I kind of miss going to the gym and doing those classes. There was a nice ambiance to be with the same group of people. I liked the contact with the, you know, I was making friends with the same group of people and going to those gym class every morning. And there was one trainer that was absolutely incredible. And last time I took a class with her was 5 years ago. That's a long time. And then I moved cities. I moved quite far away, so there's absolutely no way for me to even, you know, go back to her. But I was just thinking about her. She said that this lady was an amazing trainer, an amazing, wonderful human being all around. And that's too bad that she's not where I am. Okay, that's it. Then the thought was gone. But I focused on her, and it was, you know, like, yeah, it was a good feeling. Well, and again, it doesn't matter, because you don't have to feel good to manifest. But anyway, so I did put some energy into this focus and those thoughts. And that's it. Then I thought about something else. 4 days later, which was yesterday actually, I received an email from her company. She had a promotion for her training session, but I haven't received an email from her in years. So I just thought, oh, you know, this is amazing. All I had to do was to think, and I get the email. Then I take my car, because I had an appointment in a city that's kind of in between where she's at and where I'm at, right? And I'm in the store, and I kid you not, I bumped into her. And I was like, oh my God, I was just looking at you this morning. I got your email, and now you're in front of me. And, you know, and okay, so it was pleasant to see her. But again, to me, it was like, it happened right after receiving the 3 checks with the refund money and the 2 free plane tickets, and now bumping into her. And it's like constantly little reminders that, yeah, we are that powerful. And this is just not only that we're powerful, but it's our natural way of being. We cannot stop thinking, and therefore we cannot prevent our thoughts from being pushed out. So the discipline that we have to have is to be aware of the thoughts we're thinking, the story we are telling ourselves, in order to not be disappointed with life, but to just manifest exactly what it is that we want, because we have the freedom to choose what we want. We have the power to have what we want. We have the power to be who we want to be. We can, because that's how it works. This is our natural way of being. The same way we breathe, we think, and our thoughts reflect from our subconscious mind into our 3D reality. So I just want to remind you guys of your power, and to, you know, again, remind you to also be disciplined to get what you want, because you can have exactly what it is that you desire. You can be exactly who you want to be. All right. So I intend that this video helped. Sorry about my little crazy story about my daughter and the nurse, but I thought, you know, it was a nice way to kind of just illustrate how emotions are also a choice, because they are a result of our thoughts. All right, guys, you have a wonderful, wonderful, happy Sunday, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.